like you. Be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Diorpop. Have you ever watched an episode that seems simple at first glance? Just a quiet walk, gentle laughter, a short holiday, yet somehow lingers in your heart long after it ends? An episode that doesn't rely on dramatic twists or shocking moments, but instead slowly wraps itself around you with warmth? The latest episode of Are You Sure? Is exactly like that. This episode isn't about grand surprises or exaggerated drama. It's about small moments, the kind that don't demand attention, yet quietly reveal just how deep and steady a bond has become. From shared laughter on the road, to cold lake water that steals their breath, to the soft stillness before sleep, everything feels honest, intimate, and unmistakably them. So if you're ready to follow a vacation that quietly turns into an emotional journey, let's talk about it together. Today, we're continuing our discussion of the latest Are You Sure? Episode. An episode that feels like a perfect blend of rest, friendship, and a connection that keeps growing stronger without ever needing to explain itself. From the very beginning, the atmosphere feels different. Warmer, freer, more intimate in a way that feels natural rather than intentional. As they head toward a lake surrounded by open nature, Jimin and Jungkook walk side by side, their expressions bright and relaxed. Their laughter flows easily, their teasing effortless, their body language speaking a language of long familiarity. Nothing feels forced. It's simply two people who genuinely enjoy being together. When they arrive, the plan is simple: rest after a long journey by relaxing on a small jacuzzi boat floating in the middle of the lake. Warm water, fresh air, and endless scenery create the perfect space to unwind. They soak quietly, chatting about nothing and everything, laughing softly, even sharing a beer, like the outside world has paused just long enough to give them room to breathe. Jimin is the first to leave the warmth and face the cold lake. At first, he hesitates, his body tensing against the chill, but soon, excitement takes over. Seeing this, Jungkook immediately teases him, playfully lying and telling him to jump first. The harmless trick works, drawing out genuine laughter, the kind that only appears when someone feels completely safe. Not wanting to lose, Jimin insists that Jungkook should jump too. He keeps coaxing him, half begging in a joking tone, until Jungkook finally gives in. In the end, they jump together, a spontaneous moment that feels symbolic of their dynamic. Hesitating together, being brave together. In the water, they swim side by side. Jungkook casually compliments Jimin's swimming skills, a small remark that somehow makes the moment warmer. Then the play begins. Jimin wraps his arms around Jungkook's waist, and they attempt to swim in the strangest way, one person moving while the other simply follows. They laugh and comment on how ridiculous it looks, already aware that moments like these will one day become precious memories. What starts as gentle splashing slowly turns into a playful water fight. Jimin jokes, "This is what my military life is like," while Jungkook pats his lower back. Jimin quickly responds, "If I attack once, I get hit 7 times. The joke is light, but it carries the weight of shared experience, something only people who've endured life together could understand. As the energy settles, they begin humming softly while taking in the view. Then, suddenly an idea sparks. They start role-playing as pirates, laughing as they search for enemy ships. Their small boat glides forward as they call each other captain, and say, "Stay calm," completely immersed in their shared imagination. For a brief moment, worry creeps in when they think they've lost the staff's boat and might not be able to return. But the panic quickly dissolves into laughter when they realize their boat has a radio. Problem solved. Adventure continues. When they arrive at their new accommodation, they step inside the first room and are immediately impressed. Jimin walks around, admiring how beautiful and cozy it is. Jungkook casually follows and says, "This is our room," as if it's already decided. Jimin immediately tells him to go to the other room, but Jungkook's instinctive desire to stay close feels endearing, almost automatic. Later they eat together, Jimin even feeds Jungkook, who accepts it without hesitation, clearly content. After snacks, Jungkook takes over the kitchen and starts cooking. The meal itself is simple, but it feels special because it's made and shared together. That night, they return to the room. Jungkook suggests changing clothes in the bathroom, while Jimin chooses the faster way, removing his shirt and turning off all the cameras. When the cameras turn back on, they're already in pajamas. Despite having an empty room available, Jungkook ends up sleeping in Jimin's room anyway, like everything naturally returns to the same place. Before sleeping, they play rock, paper, scissors. After that, the night grows quiet. Interestingly, not much is shown, and that silence feels intimate in its own way. The next morning, they decide whether to take the day off or follow their schedule through a game. They play a gesture-guessing game, and it ends in a tie, both winners. That means a day off. They walk around the lake, stop for lunch, and order a dish called Crazy in Love. They share food, joke around, and proudly show off the silly edits they've made themselves. Small moments, but meaningful ones. Later they feed ducks, or geese. Jungkook pretends to feed them to lure them closer, only for staff to arrive with real snacks. He even tells the birds to play rock, paper, scissors and sit properly if they want food. Naturally, the greediest one steps forward first. They laugh endlessly. The next destination is far more extreme, a free fall from nearly 90 meters. Jimin immediately refuses, he's scared. He says he'll only jump if Jungkook loses the game. Confidently, Jimin says he's sure Jungkook will win. But when Jungkook sees the height, nerves kick in. His heart races, but he still prepares himself. Before jumping, their interaction once again feels soft and sweet. Small touches, shared glances, nervous laughter. Jungkook finally jumps, fully embracing the adrenaline, and successfully sees the words. That means Jimin doesn't have to jump. Strangely enough, Jungkook wants to do it again. He jumps several more times, even inviting a staff member to join him. Jimin can only laugh and say, "I should have known." On the final jump, Jimin waits below, filming. When Jungkook spots him, he waves and forms a heart with his hands. A simple gesture, but one that lingers. On the way back, the mood turns reflective. Jungkook sends a message to Bam, filled with guilt and love. Jimin shares a message for Dosun, his childhood dog. These brief moments reveal a more vulnerable side. Before the day ends, they buy ice cream and share it. Jungkook briefly wants to return to the lake, then changes his mind, but the crew prepares everything anyway. He tries to convince Jimin, even joking about catching geese. His bravery disappears instantly when a goose approaches, making Jimin laugh and tease him. In the end, Jimin joins him. They return to the lake, splash around, pretend to drown, and hold on to each other to stay upright. The laughter closes the day perfectly. Wrapped in towels, they head back to the lodge, hearts light, carrying new memories that will stay with them for a long time. A simple day that became something special, simply because they experienced it together. This episode might look like an ordinary holiday, swimming, joking, eating, then returning tired. But that's exactly where its beauty lies. We see how Jimin and Jungkook accompany each other through the simplest moments, laugh without needing a reason, and feel safe just by being together. Not every bond needs to be explained with words. Some are felt through glances, gentle touches, and shared laughter. If you enjoyed this discussion, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with other Diorpop fans. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again in the next episode and the next moment.